Hello there, Joseph Hennessy. Name of the channel is The Children. On YouTube, it's Joseph Hennessy 1161. Please, if you could, go to YouTube and subscribe on my channel there, and maybe share it with your friends. I don't care if they laugh or get angry. I just want to share a message, a different thought process for everybody who is just sick and tired of the narrative in the Matrix, the slave system, where all we do is chase money and give it away, work our whole lives with no time to enjoy anything. Run, 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 run. It never stops. But anyway, I'm at San Mateo Aquatic Park in San Mateo. It used to be called Seal Beach when I was a kid. I don't know when they changed that name. But you can hear the airplane in the background everywhere I go. That's just part of it, the airplanes. But anyway, I am a starseed, a rainbow warrior, an empath, a human being, an extraterrestrial, and I'm just looking for like-minded souls who might be on the same mission that I came here to do, to fix Earth, to return her back to her original beauty, to our original beauty, to our original blueprint, our DNA, be able to use all our brain power. They say we use 10% of our brain and 10% of our DNA. Well, guess what? It was given to us for a reason, and it's going to be reinstalled slowly but surely. It's just a matter of, do you want to do it or not? Do you want to stay in the third density, third dimension, the low frequency planet, war, poverty, strife, work, 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 taxes, fines, and fees? Or do you want to go to the fifth dimension, where there is none of that? There's abundance. You don't work if you don't want to. You can work for the greater good of man, something that is beneficial to everybody. They have AI that'll do all the labor that we don't need to do anymore, and it has nothing to do with replacement or getting cheaper labor, because there's plenty of money in abundance for everybody to be happy, joyous, and free. And once we take our money back from the Rothschilds and all the Luciferians, the trillions and trillions of dollars, everybody could be given $1 million and there would still be plenty of money left over. I mean, everybody on the planet got $1 million. There would still be plenty of money left over. But that's what's coming. There will be money that will be needed in the near future, but when we go to the fifth dimension, we won't need money. There'll be abundance. You'll be able to go into a grocery store and not worry about anything, because there's more than you will ever need. And if you need it, it'll always be available. And everything available to rich people will be available to everybody. They have technology that they've been hiding from us, med beds. They have medical beds. And I've already been told from the upper dimensions about the med beds. They can regrow body parts. They can fix all the Down syndrome, all the kids in wheelchairs, They can regrow limbs. There's nothing that the med beds can't do. They've been hiding technology from us for many, many, many years. They talk about these high-speed rails from San Francisco to LA. Well, they already exist underground, but they don't tell us about that because they want to keep us dumbed down. The less we know, the better off. Everything about our history is all lies. They do resets when they need to change everything, when their systems run out, their money system, just like the fiat dollar, it's failing because these systems only last so long, because they're all slave systems. And what happens is we start to figure out what's going on. And they do resets. The deep state, not God. There's a difference between the cataclysms that God does, like when he floods the planet, compared to what these evil people do. They just do resets on their systems, usually their money systems, to keep us enslaved. I did a video the other day about the giants. They got rid of all the giants because all the incarnations on earth, when God does the cataclysm and he does the apocalypse where he cleans house and restarts, there's always a little bit of remnants from the past civilization that goes to the next civilization. So there was giants on this planet at one time, but they can't let you know about the giants because what it does, it kills all their religious dogma. The Bible says we don't go to a man or a building to find our higher power. Our higher power is inside of us already. It's our pineal gland. Pineal gland is calcified by fluoride. Everything that they do to us is poison. Palestine, Ohio, Detroit, polluted water. They do it on purpose. We live in the United States of America. We live in a third world country. How many people are living in their cars, living in the streets, shooting drugs in the streets? The chaos, the wars, the poverty, the strife, it never stops. The sickness, especially amongst our children. Half the children in this country are suffering from some kind of sickness. That didn't happen when I was a kid. Very, very few kids were as sick as they are now. Half the children, chronic illness, gluten-free, brain food. What happened? It's all the processed food that they're eating. America's fat, out of shape. But there's an excuse. There's always... It just doesn't make any sense. An excuse. It's like protecting people who are unhealthy. San Francisco hired a fat person to say it was okay to be fat in their health department. It's lunacy. Transitioning kids from male to female or female to male, that's just mental illness. But it's all coming to an end. The sickness, it's over. They're on their last few moves. It's all about fear, fear-mongering. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Think about that. False evidence appearing real. So they put out all that false evidence and it appears real and we believe it. No more. This is a test planet. Keeps going wrong. A free will planet. We live in a closed system. We believe all their lies. If you think we live on a ball of water, look behind me. Water finds level when it's still. I posted on a video that water doesn't bend. And some guy says, yeah, it does. When it goes over a waterfall or it's making a wave, well, when it's still, what does water do? It finds level. Sea level means you see level. They use our own language against us. Information keeps us in line. Information. Many, many words. We cast spells on ourselves. We don't even realize it. We say good morning. I don't say good morning to anybody because when you're mourning somebody, it means you're dead or they're dead. Well, it's the same word with a different letter. The English language has way too many words with different meanings that make no sense. But it's all part of the matrix. It's all part of the deception to keep us confused, dumbed down. But no longer. People are waking up slowly but surely. One day at a time, one person at a time. You look at the world and say, this can't be happening. It's almost surreal. It's almost like it's not real, but it is. But it's the end times. They used to do resets, the Luciferians, when their money systems would come to an end. Well, guess what? Their money system is coming to an end as we speak. That fiat dollar that's backed by nothing, printed from thin air, then they tell you you have to make interest payments on something that was just created out of thin air, and we all accept it. Going bye-bye. The slave system is going bye-bye. So we are ascending, we are losing this third density body of carbon base, low frequency, and we're moving over to the fifth dimension if you decide to do so, of high frequency crystalline the way our template, our body is supposed to operate, where we can time travel, astral travel, read minds, do telepathy, ESP, where you can communicate just with your mind the way we're supposed to. It's a duality planet. You came here to have a human experience. It keeps going wrong. So it's being redone, remade back to her original template. Beauty, joy, abundance, no wars, just peace. You play, you work if you choose to do so, and if it's work, you do something for the greater good of humanity. No remedial labor or none of that, because there's AI that can do all that. So we are ascending. It's just a matter of us raising our consciousness, coming together as a collective, stop letting us be divided. Don't let them fearmonger us, false evidence appearing real. 3/4 of the stuff you see on the TV set it's not even real. It's all stage productions to keep us in fear. So you need to rise above, limit your social media, your news intake, follow your gut, your intuition, because that's what we're supposed to do. Your gut has so much power in the process of being a human, but they put so much crap into your gut, it doesn't work. All our body has 7 energy centers, called chakras, that do different functions. But if they can impede them or block all those chakras, well, guess what? We don't know what we can do and how powerful we are. But it's being brought out. I'm talking about it. We are infinite beings. We never die. That's the other thing about fear. You spend your whole life wondering, well, what happens after we live this place? Well, religious dogma doesn't really tell you anything, and I'm a recovering Catholic, and all I knew that we were going up to those clouds up there to do what? Nah, you have many, many different lives. You've been many, many different people, even on this planet. You've been a man, a woman, straight, gay, rich, poor, oppressed, oppressor. You've done it all. It's called being human. Where we come from in the 5th dimension, there is none of this duality. There is no low frequency. So it's being changed. It's a failed experiment. It keeps going wrong. We keep getting infiltrated. We keep getting dumbed down. We accept what they do to us. And we end up becoming entangled in bad behavior, bad thoughts. And it's not all our fault. It's just part of the system. But it's coming to an end. You just need to raise your frequency, elevate, stop judging, just love. Be the person that God wants you to be. So, the 5th dimension is a slow process. It's going to take a bit of time. When I started my journey 4 years ago, I never thought I would need a 4-year BA in spirituality before anything would even start to happen. And I'm almost up on 4 years, so I should be getting my degree in spirituality. And if you knew Joe Hennessy 5 years ago, this is not the same Joe Hennessy sitting in front of you. Everything's changed. Physically, mentally, spiritually, everything. I don't eat the same. I've lost 50 pounds. I don't think the same. But it's all for the better. I came here to help lead people to the 5th dimension, help people realize their potential. Don't believe anything that you're told in the Matrix. It's just all a false narrative. We are so powerful. We are infinite beings. And their biggest fear is us finding out who we truly are, because I've stated this over and over. If we were to stay at home for 10 days and just love each other unconditionally they would be gone, done. Their system would be broken, gone. Without the money, without the low frequency, they can't survive. But they're on their way out. They're throwing their last couple of final moves. They're going to keep throwing the orange guy under the bus. He's not perfect, but he is the leader of the descent to the fifth dimension. He stated it over and over again. I caught them all. He caught the swamp. His cabinet and everybody, the whole government was against him his first term. He had to learn what was going on. They stole his second term with the 15 million paper ballots. They weren't able to steal the third election because he actually watermarked the ballots and had people watching all the polling stations. So they weren't able to rig the election like they usually would. They didn't rig it in 2016 because they didn't take him serious. But that's just all part of it. You need to see the lies. He's not a politician. His party hates him. The other party definitely hates him. All the people who were supporting him are all against him because he's not doing things the way they think he should be doing. But you got to understand the competition or the enemy that he's up against. Evil extraterrestrials called the Greys, the Anunnaki, whatever you want to call them. He's got to be over here doing this, saying this over here. He's zigging, he's zagging. He can't just do it the way we expected he should do it, like the Epstein list. He knows there's an Epstein list, but he's got to do what he's doing. Everything that man says seems to come to fruition, so I don't worry about it. I just let him do his thing. I don't pay attention to it, even though I don't understand some of the things. I wish he would stop the Palestine thing, but that's not my decision. That's a higher dimension God thing. Everybody who's dying at this time, they chose their lives. They knew what was going to happen. I shared this before. Charlie Kirk's higher self knew that there was a possibility that he would be killed for the greater good of humanity. And that's how it worked out. As sad as it is, 2 children without their dad, a wife without her husband, but in the long run, what he did for humanity is just so brilliant and awesome. He wasn't a bad guy. We all have our faults. We all say things we don't mean. I still do. Because the easiest way to upset people is by your mouth. But that's just a 3D thing. Like I said, I'm a work in progress. I state that over and over again. 4 years I've been working on myself, and I still revert back to my old 3D self every once in a while. But for the most part, I like who I am today. I'm a kind, gentle, loving person, even though I always was, who hid behind the exterior of a big, tough guy. And I'm a tough guy. I'm a tough guy for God, and all I will do is give you a hug or put my hand out or offer you some loving advice. So we are headed to the fifth dimension, high frequency, no more of this low frequency, no more children going missing, no more children sacrifices. And I state this over and over again, 800,000 missing American kids every year, 8 million missing kids on the planet every year. And you think they're not sacrificing kids or harvesting their organs or drinking their blood, which is adrenochrome, turn them upside down, torture them. Younger the better, purer the blood, and it's the elixir of the deep state, the Satanists, the Luciferians. Adrenochrome, ADRENOCHROME, the elixir of the elite, the 1%ers. We live in a matrix. It's run by Satanists, but they're losing their power, they're losing their grip. They're getting desperate. The head Zionist, he's probably the worst Satanist that there is, Bibi Netanyahu. Got a warm reception at the United Nations the other day from the world. He's killing women and children. He's part of the Satanist agenda. The Khazarians. I talked about them in my last video. They're not Jews. They're evil people. They just hide behind the Jewish religion. And how could Israel be a Jewish state when it's not an ethnicity, it's a religion? I don't get that. But anyway, we are ascending. The third density, low frequency world is going bye-bye. But you're going to have a decision to make. Do you want to stay here? Or would you like to evolve into a higher version of yourself? Live in a place where it's just happiness 24/7. You do projects that you love. You do work that you love. You play. You're a child again. They take that inner child away from us when we're 7 years old. Go to school, suit up, show up, and shut up. Be a good servant. Don't teach you how to be creative, entrepreneurship. They teach you how to be very subservient. But anyway, please raise your vibration, limit your social media intake, turn off your electronics, go out and play, put your feet in the sand, go swimming, swing on the swings, hug your children, put your feet in the grass, whatever it takes, just get out. Enjoy your life. Stay positive. Don't let them bring us down. They're going to keep on fear-mongering. Remember, fear, false evidence appearing real. Don't let them do it. Because God wins, we win, the light wins. Everybody have a blessed, wonderful day. I think that might be somebody I know working for the city of San Mateo. Sure is. But anyway, everybody have a blessed day. Namaste.